Meanwhile, Chinese authorities reported 1,337 locally transmitted cases of COVID-19 across dozens of mainland cities Monday, as the fast-spreading variant, commonly known as stealth Omicron, fuels China's biggest outbreak in 2 years.
In central Beijing, several compounds in both business and residential areas have been put under lockdown in recent days due to new cases. Residents at the Filinsheng compound waited for deliveries behind the gates of the complex, unable to leave. The Jianwai Soho compound was fenced off with workers in hazmat suits seen inside the building. However, the vast majority of the new cases were in far northeastern Jilin province, with 895 reported. Shenzhen reported 75 new cases as residents began the first of 3 rounds of mass testing. Officials on a Sunday locked down the city, which has 17.5 million people and is a major tech and finance hub that neighbors Hong Kong. The United States has banned Russian energy imports and wants Saudi Arabia to increase oil production to mitigate a dramatic spike in gas prices.
However, just how willing the Gulf states are to help bring oil prices down remains to be seen, as VOA's senior diplomatic correspondent Cindy Sain reports.
Fallout from Russia's invasion of Ukraine continues to rattle global energy markets, punishing motorists and others who rely on fossil fuels, days after U.S. President Joe Biden banned Russian oil, gas, and coal imports. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson will also ban Russian oil from the UK by the end of 2022. The European Union relies on Russia for about 40% of its natural gas and about 25% of the oil it consumes. The 27 EU leaders agreed to cautiously phase out their dependency on Russian energy. Russian President Vladimir Putin blamed the U.S. and Europe for skyrocketing oil and gas prices and said they are now desperate to reach out to major oil-producing countries they had previously sanctioned.
They
are already trying at all costs to come to an agreement with the countries against which they themselves have imposed illegitimate restrictions. And they are ready to make peace with Iran and immediately sign all the documents, and with Venezuela.
With prices at the gas pump surging, reports say President Biden reached out to Saudi Arabia, but Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has not taken his call. Biden did speak with Saudi King Salman on February the 9th. Relations between the United States and the Crown Prince have been strained since the brutal murder and dismemberment of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi in a Saudi consulate in 2018. Biden has pledged to make the Crown Prince a pariah. But Secretary of State Antony Blinken downplayed any Saudi snub of Biden and said there is encouraging news on oil production from the United Arab Emirates.
There's just an announcement a short while ago, I'm not sure if it's been made publicly yet, about Emirati support for increased production when it comes to OPEC Plus. Which I think is an important thing to stabilize global energy markets, to make sure that there remains an abundant supply of energy around the world.
Experts tell VOA there are tensions between Biden and the Saudi Crown Prince. But Biden administration officials have been holding talks behind the scenes in Riyadh.
I think the main concern is that at a time when gas prices are so high and we're looking to get some cooperation from other countries, including close partners that get and benefit from our security cooperation and assistance, that we would hope that they would do more to help the United States.
Katulis said there is a risk for Saudi Arabia if it refuses to help bring gas prices down.
There'll be political problems here coming from both Republicans and Democrats, that if consumers who are motorists simply don't want to pay the price, they'll look for someone to blame. And I think a country like Saudi Arabia has been blamed before because of the OPEC embargo back in the 1970s. It could be easily blamed again.
Biden administration officials have also held talks with oil-rich Venezuela this month and are hoping for a breakthrough in the Iran nuclear talks in Vienna, which could eventually release Iranian oil back into the global market. But the talks have been paused due to new Russian demands for unrestricted trade access with Iran.